Up, y'all? It's your boy Kai in the building. Bring you another part 2 of Genz podcast.
Yes.
With my boy Ja.
Yes, sir. How y'all
Ja's
doing?
in the
How y'all doing
building.
today?
And we're gonna bring y'all 3 topics today. So tune in. Coming to you live right now.
Live.
First topic is we're gonna talk about COVID and its effects. Generation for the world. You know what I'm saying? So Ja, I'm gonna bring it to you, yo.
COVID, man.
What did COVID change for you around your surroundings, or what did COVID change in your life?
My life?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
COVID, man. What a time, man. Like,
Word.
nobody knew what was going on around the world.
Word.
We was all young. It's probably middle school, high school. That one specific day had to be locked up in a house for a couple months.
Word.
We had to be online classes. People didn't know, those friends you had in middle school, you didn't really see anymore because you came to the realization that those friends weren't really your friends. They were just their friends for the moment, right?
Right.
So everybody probably went through some type of depression, suicidal thoughts, because COVID changed a lot, like mental health wise. Like during COVID, the mental health, the suicidal rates went up because everybody didn't know what to do. They were in the house.
Word.
They probably, couldn't talk to nobody. People were losing their jobs also,
Yeah.
And
Left and right, yo.
yeah.
Left and right.
But when it comes to me, how like COVID changed me. So 2020 was 4 years ago, right? And I seen a big improvement. I finally, I didn't really know myself back then, So now it's 4 years now. I'm a whole different person now. I wasn't doing dumb things. I was stuck. I didn't know who I was. I was doing bad habits. I just didn't know myself. I didn't find myself. I was always relying on everybody else to fulfill my happiness and everything like that. Now I know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. Everything changed. It's way obvious.
COVID, it changed me definitely. It changed me, I'm gonna say, for the better. It changed me for the better. And
okay, explain.
I'm gonna definitely explain that part. So, spiritual life wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? 4 years ago, COVID hit, couldn't go to church. You know what I'm saying? And while church was closed down, while church was, I'm gonna say churches were being closed down, and while my spiritual life was contained and sustained in God's house, I wasn't doing what I had to do outside of God's house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I was going crazy, but I wasn't reading the Bible. I wasn't praying like I should. I lost my connection.
You was falling into those bad habits.
I was falling into those bad habits, and it was a continuous thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like a daily ritual.
Okay.
I would wake up, I wouldn't thank God that I'm alive another day. You know what I'm saying? I would, go throughout my day and not read my Bible. I wouldn't pray, you know what I'm saying, like I should. And I know better. But when you talking about when you're 16, 17 years old and you only worried about certain things that are on your agenda, you know what I'm saying, that are on your priority list, and you're not giving God his time, then that's why you lose that connection. You feel me? So that's why I say, COVID changed me for real, because as I got back to Christ and I gained my relationship and connection back with him, it changed me for the better. Now, school shut down, right? The school shut down. Yeah. So what does that do? It affects my social life. So what do I have? I only have a few social media apps to go to. Dating. You got a girlfriend, you got your friends or whatever, you got your buddies. got your little friends or whatever. You can't go see your friends because you're in quarantine.
Yeah,
COVID is how it skyrocketed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it changes you, but you know, thank God I didn't fall into a deep depression. You know what I'm saying? You know, for one thing, I know for me personally, I didn't want to get it. As for anybody I know nobody wanted to get COVID because COVID is deadly.
COVID is deadly. Millions
of people died from this. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I had to take the proper precautions to do what I had to do. So that's how COVID affected me. You know what I'm saying? It changed me for the better. As soon as I got my relationship with God back, I was up. I was up from there, man. And I can only say thank God for that. God gave me another chance. There you go.
Social media.
Pros and cons.
Yes.
So Ja, my brother.
Yes.
Let's really dig into it, man. How did social media, you know what I'm saying? What did social media do to you? What did social media do for you? How did it change you? Did it change you?
So, what social media did to me, or how did it change me? As I was younger, I was very curious about a lot of things, especially social media.
Exactly.
So, one day I just decided to go on the App Store and just, buy social media. Get social media.
Man.
Instagram, let's be more specific. I got Instagram, right? And I was just scrolling, seeing a bunch of celebrities following and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna make my own profile, everything. My family ended up finding out and they were cool with it because I was only 12 at the time. 11, 12, middle school, right? And I seen a lot of people with a lot of followers and everything. And I barely had a lot of followers. Right. And I thought I was lower than that person because of the followers I had, comparing myself to them. So
popularity.
It's about popularity. Like, I'm not saying this to come at anybody. Right. I'm not saying this to kind of call out, kind of downplay anybody, but social media can be used to destroy you or make you. That makes sense? Like,
I never seen it that way.
Yeah, like, you can, because if you go on social media and you find yourself following people that don't really fulfill with your needs, don't really motivate you, or try to at least impact you in some type of way, to want you to not go after, but that makes you want to be a better person, right? Instead, if you follow, let's say, following like people that make you feel insecure within, right? Or you'll say you're following a lot of nonsense like pornography or, naked woman, etc., right? Is that really, like, that's not really going to
benefit you in the long run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That will destroy you mentally, emotionally wise. You know what I'm saying? That can make you turn into a whole nother person.
Right.
Feel me?
Right. But there's also like pros to social media too. Like, let's say you have a passion, right? Or something you like to do, or something you subconsciously know that you like doing this. You could promote that self, market, bro.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's still internet. Still
people,
the internet, right?
You got people who are doing hair. They got people work at fitness, right?
Right.
You got people who make music. Promote that and network, so you can contact other people that are into the same thing you're in, and you can make money off that too, of what you post on. All right, since we're talking about social media, Kai, how did that change you?
Well, it's not even that. I'm not even gonna say it changed me because, well, let's be honest.
Okay.
It changed me. And
how How did it change?
I'm gonna say how too. It changed me due to the fact that when I was younger, just like, you know what I'm saying, like you said, you know what I'm saying, I was introduced to this Snapchat, Instagram thing. You know, I didn't really dig into Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. But I was using Snapchat and, you know, Instagram, and I was introduced to this thing. And when I was younger, you know, maybe about 11 years old, 12 years old, you know what I'm saying, I was introduced, and I did download Snapchat and Instagram to my phone. And I'm like, oh, everybody's using it. Why not? I can't use it. You know, why not me? So I use it, and it's gonna sound very cliche, but the things that I would find on my thing, it's just like, oh, well, you're a kid, so you don't really pay attention to it. But I know the people outside of this, you know, the people outside that are watching, maybe be like, oh, he capping, he lying, like, But if I be honest with you, I didn't really pay attention to stuff like that. You know what I mean? I found celebrities on there. I would post certain stuff on there that was just like, all right, he's a kid. It don't matter what he's posting. It's just like he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? That my family approves of it? No. Because I'm a kid again, 12 years old. I'm 11 years old. I'm a kid. I don't need to have social media because of what I'm going to see. You feel me? I'm going to see certain things, and they're trying to protect me from seeing certain things that will break me or try to destroy my mind. You know what I'm saying? And seeing certain things, like social media can do only two things. It can make you, it can break you. Nowadays, you know what I'm saying, you see people on social media making money.
Right? You love money.
You see people on social media making money. And you see people on social media posting certain things, promoting their businesses, promoting certain things like, you know what I'm saying, not to get explicit, OnlyFans. People are trying to promote their own personal businesses, and the popularity that they're getting from it is skyrocketing because of the internet. It is going up because of the people that they are surrounding themselves with. They're surrounding themselves around. You know what I mean? Certain people have certain contacts that they can just call up and say, yo, I'm trying to start a business, and they get in 1 million followers in a night because of social media and how social media has affected the world and affected the generation we're living in now. You know what I'm saying? When our parents was our age, they didn't have social media. You feel me? They didn't have phones. So as social media began to grow and evolve, that's when certain things started to come about. You feel me? So social media, it did make me, but present time now, it doesn't really pay. It doesn't really do anything to me. It doesn't really affect me to be who I am today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't dedicate my life to a social media app. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
I find certain things on there that does speak to me, and it does sit there and be like, oh, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I find funny videos or whatever, and I watch it. But it is not like that's my life. Social media has become a god to some people. You know, and there's no, and of course, it's not a subliminal to anybody. To make that clear, it's not a subliminal to anybody that's watching this video. But social media has become this world's god. People pay attention more to social media rather than to God Himself. And even if you don't pray to God, people have made social media their God. They have made social media their top priority. You feel me? That's not who I am, and that's not what I was raised on. You know what I'm saying? God first, and then everything else after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I've never used social media a day in my life. But social media definitely has. I've had my ups and downs with social media. Specifically, you know, Snapchat, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? I used it. I had my little fun, whatever. Do I use it as consistently? No. I don't use Snapchat as I consistently used to. You know, Instagram, I be on there more now than I usually did back then.
The final topic we're going to be discussing: how to face obstacles while being young. So I'm gonna have Kai go first to talk about obstacles.
Let's just first, let's say I wouldn't be able to get through anything without God in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. And I can't take any credit for it. None whatsoever. So that's first and foremost. And if I can give just one message to the people, man, it would just be like, keep God in your life, man. Keep God first. And I don't say that like I've had it all together, but I say that because when I didn't have it all together, He still gave me the grace. He still gave me mercy. You feel me? I don't say, you know what I'm saying, oh, keep God first, and I'm out here doing whatever I want to do without keeping God first in my life. You know what I mean? So I say that just to say, like, you know, facing obstacles, man, is just about keeping God first. And I bet you, I'm going to say it like this, right? And this is for anybody that may never have tried it, but I've tried this. And this did not work for me. None whatsoever, bro. You feel me? And I can honestly say, being young and still being young, I've tried to live my life without God in it. And I found myself in a deep, deep hole. You know what I'm saying? I found myself in a really bad place. Even in my mind, bro, in my emotions, and my natural state of life, and my spiritual state of life. I found myself in a very bad place. So for all of those people, and I'm not calling out anybody, but for all those people that don't have a connection with God and are trying to gain a connection with God, read the Bible for just 5 days, and you will realize a difference in you. Even if your family doesn't realize it, or your friends, or anybody that you surround yourself with, you will realize a difference. You feel me? Read the Bible for 5 days. That's it. And those that are so about it, I suggest and I encourage you to do so, because there's no other answer on why or how. How do I face obstacles? I pray. I try to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I don't have emotions. I have emotions. I do get upset about certain things. But what's going to happen is I'm going to have to end up going to God about it regardless, because that's where my faith lies. You know what I'm saying? That's where my trust lies. You know what I'm saying? That's where my peace is at. I can't have peace in me without God being in me. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I can't honestly say, oh, I've had times in my life where I've had peace without God in it. And for the people that say that, they're liars. They're lying, I'm going to say. No disrespect. But for those people that say, you know what I'm saying, and they firmly believe in that. For those people that firmly believe, I've had peace without God in my life, no. And that's where the belief comes in. But we can't get into too deep into that.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get too deep into that part. But more or less, just have God in your life and keep God first. Because at the end of the day, He will really be with you. He would honestly, like, you know, I'm speaking from a living witness, bro, and I'm pretty sure you can say the same thing, Ja. You feel me? All of the things that you've been through, all the things that I've been through, all the things that we've seen in our life, we can only say it was only but God's grace and mercy, bro, that got us through it, and just the perseverance, bro, and the strength and the patience. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shade thrown to those people that feel like they can't, that they can do something without God. But I'm telling you, as a firm believer and as a firm person that stands on what I say, I'm telling you, God is the only way that you can make through life. You can make it through life. And as you get, as we as young people get firm and get like more mature and get older, we're gonna realize that it's only through God. You know what I'm saying? Keeping God in your life, keeping God in your day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? But Ja, let's talk about
That
you.
That was a good.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But let's talk about you, Ja. How does being a young person, how do you face obstacles? What is your encouragement and your message to the world?
Well, you know, I'm not perfect. Nobody is really,
Right.
honestly. You know? So, the way I see it, facing obstacles, okay, I have to constantly remind myself that, yo, like, there's other people out here that probably going through way worse than me, probably seen worse than me, right? And everybody has different situations. Not everybody has, family role models, or like having that family support. You know, I have wonderful parents. You know, I have good family. Alright, you know, but when I was younger, you did go through some things, you know, especially, you know, damn, I lost my train of thought, man.
Take your time.
We gonna keep it rolling, though. We gonna keep it rolling.
Take your time, bro.
Lost my train of thought. When I was younger, I was facing a lot of obstacles, man. Like,
And since you said that, let me ask you a question.
yes.
Since you said you faced a lot of obstacles as a young person, do you think that with God, do you think that if you would have never incorporated God, or I'm gonna say like this, did you incorporate God in it, or did you leave God out of it? And as you got older and wiser and more mature, did you realize, dang, I should have put God in this? Maybe it would have turned out a little better.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this, right? Yeah, I had God into my life when I was younger. I was always going to all church, everything like that. I'm gonna say this. I feel like me, like John, I feel like we are all God, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything starts with us. I feel like we create our own reality, you know, and facing obstacles is like, you just gotta like tell yourself that it's not an obstacle to your path. You're going on a new path. It is your path, right? And basically just because, damn, what's my tip again, bro?
Just to bounce back on what you say, right? Being young, right? And you know what I'm saying? There's a saying, trouble doesn't last always. You feel me? Trouble doesn't last always. Just because you go through something right now, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be like the same way years or maybe months from now. You know what I'm saying? God will never give you something too hard or too heavy that you can't bear or that you can't handle. And that's why I said to the world, to audience, give it to God, bro. Stay in God. Keep God first. Because at the end of the day, we are mortal humans. We cannot handle the pressures and the heaviness and the burdens of this world. Like, we're not built for that. You feel me? So that's why I said, trouble doesn't last always, bro. But for the people that go out, for the ones that do go through, even for you, Ja, even if we go through something as young men, bro, as young black adults, as young men, we have to understand, bro. You feel me? Trouble doesn't last always. You know what I'm saying? It might be for a season, but it's never going to be a permanent thing. It's always going to be a temporary thing. And we just got to fight through it. We got to face it head on, bro. We got to face it. That's it. And trust God that He will get us through it and keep us in it. And then when it's time for us to come out of it, that's when it's time. You feel me?
Right. Right, man. Perfect. Yo, perfect.
I mean,
perfect ending, man. Hey, I appreciate those who are watching. Appreciate the love, support.
Right.
We might do a part 2. I said part 2. Part 3. Comment. Leave some comments down below, y'all. We wanna you know, see y'all, you know, perspectives on things on the topics we discussed and everything like that. So this is a good.
I wanna say something.
Let him say something before we end it off.
So before we end it off, I do want to say this quote, and this is a quote by a very famous black author. She's very famous, very popular in the world, you know what I'm saying? Her name is Maya Angelou. For those that don't know about her, you know what I'm saying, research her. She was a very, very great woman, you feel me? She had a quote, and this is why I said the last topic should be how to face obstacles as a young person. Because at a young age, we become very discouraged. But this is a quote that I've read, and I found encouragement in this for a personal purpose. So I hope it does for you as well as for those who are watching, you know. It says, no matter what happens or how bad it gets or how bad it seems today, life goes on and it will be better tomorrow. That's where the quote, that's where the statement or the quote or the saying, trouble doesn't last always, comes from. You feel me? I like that. It goes hand in hand, you know what I'm saying? Right. Don't get discouraged now because it will be better tomorrow. You feel me? It won't last. This problem that you got, it won't last always. It won't last your whole life. It will die down. You feel me? And don't be discouraged, bro. So for all those watching, stay encouraged. For me, and keep God first, bro. For real.
Yes.
And stay in tune with us, because we definitely coming up, and we definitely gonna keep doing these podcasts. We're gonna definitely keep talking our talk,
Spreading that good
Spreading
energy,
good
spreading
energy,
the words,
the
spreading
message,
gems
bro.
and everything like that. Because this is the whole purpose of what we're even doing right now.
Right.
You know, we're here to touch hearts. We're here to touch souls.
Right, touch minds, you know what I'm saying? Enlighten the people, enlighten the young people of this generation. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, for those that are trying to know, we're trying to help